Hello, family. Welcome back to Share Your Story Sunday. So, I am excited to share with you guys today some highlights about my third bonus dad. And as I mentioned in my post earlier, he was absolutely one of the most selfless, humble, strong, caring, and all of the wonderful attributes I can actually even think of. He was just a phenomenal man, and his family would tell you the same thing, and anyone that knew him. And his name, as I put in my post, was George Benton. And so I'm going to share with you guys some things about him. Again, he had his own family. He had children, grandchildren, but still found a way to invest in the lives of others. And really, that's what I would like to make sure I'm conveying in these video posts, is that you can definitely, you have a responsibility to invest in your own children, not only fathers, right, but mothers. And we have a responsibility to partner with one another to make sure we do what's best for the kids in our life, right? But we also, if we have an opportunity to invest in the lives of other children, whether they are children that we're asked to help take care of, they're our nieces, our nephews, our kids' friends, etc. If they're in our presence, we have an opportunity to make an investment and help them to have a different narrative. And so I think we should be mindful of what we do, right? What seeds we're planting. And as I've shared before, Intentional Dads movement and what we're focused on is not to highlight people that are perfect. It's not to even give a message that even we're perfect, right? Women, men, any of us. But it is really just to highlight the fact that there are people that are intentional, meaning they're purposeful and they're trying to do something. Again, we all have our journey of figuring out what we should and shouldn't do. But it's the fact that we take the time to try to develop and nurture relationships that are important. So anyhow, hopefully that point is coming across to you all as I share my own personal stories and testimonies. So anyway, let me get to my Goddad, who was phenomenal. So last Sunday I shared with you guys the male that I said was absolutely horrible in my in my opinion, right? And even though, again, guys, forgiveness is essential, I have forgiven him, I still have thoughts and feelings and things of that nature that emerge anytime I think about him. And I don't have any happy times that I can really think about that he was involved in. But I do recall having a feeling that things would get better over time. And so, and again, I'm not sure I believe that, honestly. I just believe that it was the Lord that helped me with that perspective and that hope and that desire. And so since my mom was struggling with some decision making as it relates to who she was with, but also had some other personal issues that she was trying to get over as it relates to, again, just trying to work through life because she had her own trauma. And perhaps I'll share some of those things with you. And understand, anything I share about my mom and my story, she was a full advocate of being extremely transparent and sharing. So anyway, I believe she would love for me to share some things that would help other people. So let me move along. So during the time after we had spent time with the male that I spoke about last Sunday, again, our living situation was not ideal. And so we have cousins, and our cousins were Kellyanne and George. And George is my godmom, Kellyanne's husband, and they had two daughters, Renee and Karen, and a son, Lawrence, and grandchildren, and great grandchildren now. But at the time, it was just all of them in the house. So Renee, Karen, Godmom, Goddad, Lawrence, and Shanae, who was Renee's daughter at the time. And they had their home, which it didn't have tons of room, right, for everybody, but they always made room for other people. And so my goddad always went to work, and he always came home, and he never, and when he came home to extra kids in the house, because it wasn't only me, so you had his children and his granddaughter, but then you had myself and other children that were there that they had decided to help out because their parents needed help. And my goddad always made sure that when he came in the house, even if there was an extra 2, 3, 4, 5 kids dropped off, he never had any anger. He was never frustrated. He was never irritated from a perspective that we could see. And let me be clear, because I had already been through a lot of things, I could really pick up on feelings, and I would assess people just to see what their vibe was per se, and if they were angry, if they were happy, if they were sad. I paid attention to that. And so my goddad always was a man that came home with a sense of peace. Now, I don't really know, I'm sure he encountered his own challenges, but from the time I was in elementary, when my mom would drop me off, to the time I was in, times I was in middle school, he always had the same caring, humble, just peaceful demeanor about himself. And the reason why that is important, again, he's a man, he worked, he had a family, he was actually providing, and so was my godmom, but they were providing not only for their children, but for other people's children. And yes, people may say my mom may have given, some money here and there to help with certain things, but that wasn't it, right? It definitely didn't cover everything, but we needed more, right? Like attention, and we were loud, and we definitely didn't make a peaceful environment for him. But he was never, aggressive or assertive to the point where we felt like we were getting on his nerves. Now, again, he's human just like us. I'm sure we got on his nerves sometimes, but never did he show that to us. And if he did correct us. So one thing I want to highlight that I think is extremely important about people that demonstrate the type of characteristics my goddad demonstrated, and it's about the word love. And so what I would describe his love as, which I think is important for us to kind of consider, to consider, is love should be a pursuit of compassion and correction. So someone that has the ability to invest a level of compassion into your life, right? But also has enough courage to course correct you when needed. And I think my whole thought process around how my goddad demonstrated that was he was extremely loving. But if we did something, he knew how to lovingly correct us and set us straight. And what that told me, and what that did, because compassion plus correction equals character, right? It helps to build character. And so when I think about it that way, I really feel like he was a man of, like I said earlier, extreme character. A man that, again, was able to give you a level of compassion, give you course correction, which helped to develop your character. And so he was just investing what he had in him into other people by doing that. And I think that made him phenomenal, right? Because I don't even think I really knew what character was, but I knew he was different, and he always was a man of peace and protection, and one that liked to provide and make sure that his family was good. Now, ironically, I said we were cousins. Ironically, my mom at my mom's homegoing is when I found out that I was related, like blood related, to all of the people I had called my cousins my entire life. So my goddad and my godmom were just, my mom adopted them initially as my godparents, right? I don't ever think she asked anybody anything. I think she just said, hey, here's your goddaughter, and kind of like said that's what it was. But so my entire life, I thought my goddad and my godmom and my cousins were just, acquired cousins. And at my mom's homegoing, I learned my mom's half sister had come, and I had never seen her in person. But she came to the funeral, and when she came to the funeral, she ran into one of my older uncles, who again was one of my acquired uncles. And he was shocked that she was there. Come to find out, that is his like first or second cousin. And so anyway, my mom's sister, her dad's side of the family, was actually related to all of my acquired family. So that was good to know. But the reason why I share that is because I had always felt a part of their family, because they always made me feel like that, right? And I think things like that start at the head. I believe that if my goddad was a man that was selfish or really overly concerned with only his household and who he had to provide for, that would have put a strain on my godmom. It would have put a strain on my cousins Renee and Karen and Lawrence to really accept or welcome new people in, because again, it was a host of us that was over there on a regular basis, and but he never did. And I think that that's the highlight I want to make sure men take away, right? And women. Because again, we all have an opportunity to invest. And so if we are presented with a situation where we're in a child's life for whatever reason, just remember that you set the tone. My goddad helped to set the tone of peace and protection and provision, and that everything was going to be okay. And again, we didn't have a ton, but because he carried a sense of security, or that confidence and humility, it really just made everyone be at ease. And when tough times happened, it wasn't as stressful, because we came together and we worked through it. But he was always one that was really cool and easygoing. And there's something about a man that can do that gives a person like me, especially during that time, who had a lot of instability and a lot of uncertainty and a lot of chaos, he gave me peace. And my godmom, who was an extremely strong woman and sweet, but she again would invest compassion and correction, and all of those things help to build character. So I'm going to wrap it up with that and just say that I'm extremely grateful for men like my goddad, and it definitely, hopefully you heard the different characteristics that are important, and I'm sure that I may have shared some other things, but hopefully it was helpful, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you my fourth bonus dad next Sunday. All right, you guys have a blessed evening, and I'll chat with you later.